Sejana here, giving my after preaching tips video because I preached today. I'm just getting home from preaching at Impact Temple Church in Temple, Texas. We're in a sermon series called the from the basically it's from the Sermon on the Mount. We call it the King's Speech series, and I had the text which was on Matthew chapter 7 verse 1 through 7 on judgment of people, judgment of others, that section, planking your eyes back, that section. So check out the sermon. I'll link it here, hopefully somewhere. I'll link it so that you can actually watch it once it gets uploaded. um, you know, since this is the after preaching sermon tips video, I just want to share that that God knows that we're about to preach His word, and maybe what you learn and share as a preacher isn't always from a commentary. The things that I shared today I did read through several commentaries as usual, but what I actually shared in my sermon today were experiences from my life and everyday life. And with one quote at the end, so I think the way it was delivered was received well by people, evidenced by them letting me know afterwards. And so just trusting that God is working too in the service and is working in me as a person, which I also shared that as well. Maybe that helped to be honest with the church about the things that I'm also working on and still working through, to set the tone of the sermon about judging people with a recognition that I have examined myself, my own self, and I will continue to do so. So, so check out the sermon, see how that went, see how it landed for you. But in the church service itself, and for the people that this particular sermon was meant to be for, the people of Impact Temple Church in Temple, Texas, maybe that was what we needed to hear today, including myself included, right? This is Sejana. I am Sejana of Sejana Shines, and I look forward to just continuing to grow with you and share with you after my sermon preaching opportunities, of which will be ramping up in this next semester. So you'll be hearing more from me. And one thing that I'll do is try to link the sermon in this video so that you can just click on the sermon and go straight from my input about it and my thoughts about it from behind the scenes more look to the delivery of the sermon. I'd love to hear your thoughts, or your questions or pushback, or anything that stood out to you. I'd love to hear more about that if you want to share. That's the reason why I put it online. May it be encouraging to the preacher, or the teacher, or however you find yourself in delivering a message of hope and encouragement and empowerment to the people of God and those that are considering who God is. And may this opportunity, this connection between you and I through media, may this be just a touch point for God to use however God sees fit, that you may remember and know that you are seen, known, and loved by the Lord, the creator of heaven and earth, sees you, knows how you struggle and what it is that you're dealing with internally and externally. And I believe that God is doing a work in and around you, for your good and the glory of the Lord, and for us to have life and life abundantly. Okay, that's my thoughts on that. So that's where I come from. I look forward to hearing from you, though. So check out the sermon. Hope that you will be able to connect with it in some way. May it be encouraging to you. in your journey of faith. All right. Bye bye.